Hippo. For maybe those who are looking to head out to the biopark this weekend, what's the weather going to be looking like?
Well, if you want to go visit the hippos this weekend, we're going to see some unseasonably warm temperatures, and we're already looking at a bright sunrise at Taos Ski Valley. Just a wonderful look at the yellows and reds as the sun starts to rise on March 1st. And this morning at Taos Ski Valley, we have temperatures just rising into the 30s at this hour. Still around 35 degrees, a few degrees above that freezing point. So still a little chilly in the northern mountains depending where you are, but just some high clouds moving throughout eastern New Mexico off towards western Oklahoma and Texas. Primarily, we're going to see some high clouds today throughout the state and also some sunshine to go around. Temperatures at this hour bottoming out into the 40s in Tucumcari, Clovis, and Hobbs, 49 in Deming, 51 in Carlsbad, 20s in Taos, and also in Gallup for this morning as some chillier temperatures in the land of enchantment. Today, though, we'll be warming up across the state to see some near record to record warmth once again, like we have seen throughout the last 5 or 6 days in New Mexico. So warm temperatures and maybe some slightly breezy winds are possible today into southeastern New Mexico. But primarily, we're going to see some windier conditions start to develop for tomorrow as our upper level winds start to strengthen for tomorrow afternoon across western New Mexico and over toward the north. But primarily, we're still going to have some breezier winds in place on Tuesday and maybe a very, very slight chance along the border here to see some sprinkles or some light snow in the northern mountains near the border. Again, there's got another weather maker coming through and a pattern change on the way, but breezier conditions across the state on Tuesday to stronger winds. And also for today, we're going to be warming up into the afternoon. Like I said, 76, upper 60s in Taos and also closer to 90s down in southern New Mexico. So you get some clouds that will move throughout northern New Mexico and over towards southwestern half of the state. So primarily, we are looking at some temperatures that'll be roughly 15 to 20 degrees above normal. Record high temperatures in jeopardy once again for today, like we've seen throughout the last week. Temperatures will be forecasted into the 80s primarily once again. Upper 70s in Albuquerque. Our last record was set in 1974 in Albuquerque. So pretty long ago for that. But for tomorrow, with those breezy winds and those temperatures staying steady, we do have some fire weather watches in place for tomorrow from 11 to 7. From the National Weather Service for McKinley and also Cibola County and I-25 heading north toward Raton. So fires could easily start or spread with that risk for dry weather and also for some gusty winds and some warm temperatures. Throughout this week, though, we're going to start to see a slight cool down as we head into Tuesday into Wednesday as a backdoor cold front does slide through parts of the state, and we'll have those temperatures falling back into the 60s and low 70s by Wednesday. 7-day forecast, though, primarily dry into the northern mountains throughout this coming week. Temperatures still rising into the upper 60s for today. In Durango, additional sunshine on Tuesday and Wednesday, and in spite of some high clouds that are forecasted for tomorrow across New Mexico and southern Colorado. But notice we're going to see some breezier winds throughout these 7-day forecasts, particularly over toward the east throughout this week as we do get some additional weather makers coming into play. That's going to bring us some stronger winds into the forecast, especially into northeast New Mexico for Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday this coming week. So we do have those temperatures today, upper 60s, lower 70s, all the way from Clayton down into Santa Rosa to the lower 80s at least. Northern mountains, sunnier skies, mostly sunny. Highs in Red River and Angel Fire into the 50s and 60s. East Mountains, similar conditions, high temperatures ranging from the 70s and 60s this coming week. Metro area almost going to hit 80 degrees for today, at least around the metro. 80 in the South Valley, 81 in Los Lunas and Belen are possible. Our last record again was set in 1974 at 74 degrees in Albuquerque. Could be approaching 80 over the next 2 days. Melissa?
Can't complain about that.